Please prepare for the Pledge of Allegiance and please remove your hats.
Stand for me.
I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. My apologies.
One, two, three.
Good evening, parents, guardians, family, the Board of Education, and our entire Highland community. Welcome to graduation night as we celebrate the class of 2022. Before we get started, I would like to recognize a few people with us this evening on the stage. From our Board of Education, Vice President Mr. Jay McMullen and Miss Patricia Wilson. Our Black Horse Pike Regional School District Superintendent, Dr. Brian Rapisi. The senior class advisors, Miss Allison Cook and Miss Kellen Riley. Highland's Educator of the Year, Miss Robin Dial. Our senior class vice principal, and the one has been with your students for all 4 years, Miss Christine Hubbard. I would like to also take a moment and thank our secretarial staff, maintenance department, tech team for all of their contributions to this evening's graduation ceremony, as well as our administrative team, teaching staff, counseling department, and the rest of our school district personnel. With that being said, let's begin. Tonight is going to be a great night. You have your loved ones here to celebrate your accomplishments over this 4-year journey. Speaking of journeys, I would like to take the time and acknowledge our 2 retirees. After 18 years of being in the district as our student, assistant counselor, and a proud Lock Haven University alum, go Eagles, Miss Jan Vizoko. Next, this young man has taught and supported many of our Highland students and graduates. After 44 years of service, Mr. Robert DeMalo is looking forward to being a full-time pop-pop. On behalf of everyone at Highland, we want to thank you both for your services to all of our students over the years and wish you both the best of luck during retirement. You will be missed by all of us. Class of 2022, let's look back at your high school careers. In 2018, when you started as a freshman, the cost of gas was $2.87. And the average cost of college was just north of $20,000. In the sports world, our beloved Sixers were encouraging us to trust the process with the first overall pick from the Washington University, only to watch future superstar Jason Tatum being drafted by one of our rivals and leading his team to the NBA Finals at this present moment. Excuse me. It's a Sixers country. Sophomore year is when life changed forever. On March 13th, 2020, our world was hit by the COVID virus. COVID changed the landscape of education for teachers and students. We quickly learned how to manage instruction through Zoom. Students were held more accountable for accessing these meetings and following along to the best of their abilities. Many of you were able to dress professionally from the waist up, probably in shorts or pajama bottoms, throughout most of your day. Unfortunately, our Highland students were struggling with the pajama bottoms still. Please do me a favor and leave them at home when you move on to the next chapter of your lives. COVID caused close to 1.5 years of disruption in our students' academic careers. We worked together on remote instruction for 157 days. The life lesson COVID provided us during these times is perseverance. What is perseverance? Webster's dictionary defines perseverance as a continued effort to do or achieve something despite difficulties, failure, or opposition. It is also a measure of success, or at least how much sacrifice one is willing to make in the name of success. As students, it is impossible to achieve personal success without having a goal or direction. That goal and direction that often propels us to achieve is perseverance. Perseverance is the ability to forge ahead despite setbacks that threaten to undermine all efforts to succeed. As high school graduates, the sense of urgency to strive for and to achieve personal success is now. With this urgency comes the expectation of having to persevere. Your 4-year tenure as a high school student has not been an easy one. It is at times like this we need to understand how to go on in spite of obstacles that continually present themselves as a barrier between you and your goals. It is at times like this you need to understand the essence of why we should push on. Success does not always come easy. Sometimes it comes with difficulty and failure. It is being able to pick yourself up and continue when you scrape your knee that defines your commitment. There is no shame in falling. The shame is in accepting the fall as defeat. Nelson Mandela once said, "The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling down, but in the rising each and every time after you fall." That is the essence of persevering, finding the will to get up even though you know you're being counted out. Each day is a challenge for us. Some of you struggle to get up and each morning and make it to school on time, but you find it within yourself to do it because the hope of a better tomorrow compels you to do so. It is understanding that your tomorrow has great possibilities because of the steps you take today. We must know that in order to achieve our goals, we must keep this in mind. Keeping the end in mind gives us the will to overcome those setbacks that are always before us. In life, we are faced with many challenges. These challenges often test us who we are and what we are made of on the inside. Let us hold dear to the sentiment of the late, great Helen Keller, who said, "Do not think of today's failures, but of the success that may come tomorrow." Remember, no effort that we make to attain something beautiful is ever lost. Sometime, somewhere, somehow, we shall find that which we seek. At this time, I would like to congratulate those going on to college, a trade school, or directly to the working force. Also, I would like to announce the students who have chosen to continue with their next chapter in the military. Nadia Gibson and Layla Togba will be going into the Air Force, and Katrina Mills will be with the U.S. Coast Guard. We wish you all the best in the future. Keeping up with the tradition that Mr. Strauss started last year, I would like to introduce the Vice Principal to the class of 2022. Mrs. Hubbard, please come up and say a few words to your graduating class. Good luck.
Thanks, I need it. Before I begin, I would like to acknowledge our class president, Arman Sangavi, and thank him for doing a wonderful job leading our class throughout the year as well as tonight. You will also be hearing from him shortly, as he is one of our valedictorians. Thank you, Arman. Good evening, graduates, family, friends, alumni, board members, special guests, and administrators. We are here tonight to celebrate you, our graduates, and the culmination of years of hard work each one of you has put forth to get to this moment. In September of 2018, I was a rookie, and I started with you as your vice principal and had the privilege of supporting you, cheering you on, and leading you to this very ceremony where we will walk across the stage and you will earn your high school diploma. We've had an unusual path through these last 4 years, starting off in a traditional school setting, transitioning to an online platform, then to a hybrid model, and then eventually back to the traditional school setting. Day by day, each one of you focused on your goal and kept pushing through adversity. The end result is having your biggest supporters here tonight cheering you on as the Highland High School graduating class of 2022. It has been an honor and a privilege to watch your progress and growth during these last 4 years, and you will forever be my Tartan family. I wish you all the success in the years ahead, and may they continue to be characterized by empathy, compassion, objectivity, and a willingness to take risks. Congratulations, I am proud of each of you. Go Tartans. At this time, I would like to introduce Mrs. Patricia Wilson, one of our Board of Education members.
Thank you, Ms. Hubbard. I'll be brief with my remarks. I know that we all have plans for later to celebrate, which is what this night is about for you. As a member of the Board of Education, graduation has always been the highlight of the year. We represent the Black Horse Pike Regional District, representing all 3 schools and attending many events throughout the district. Graduation is the one event which we get to celebrate the entire class of 2022. What some people don't realize is that several of us are alumni graduating from different schools. The friendly rivalry between the schools has always been very exciting. For my family, it has been very interesting. Being a Mustang, marrying a Mustang, and raising 4 daughters as a Mustang. One of my daughters, I understand, but one of my daughters married a Tartan, moved into Tartan territory. This is very special to me. We've always had somewhat of a rivalry in the school, but the last 4 years truly became a rivalry with my grandson attending Highland and now graduating. For me, this has been a great experience to actually getting to hear so many great things about Highland and experience many of the events and the day-to-day activities that board members do not have the opportunity to experience. I've always been proud to wear my Tartan gear and will continue to wear my Tartan gear because I have a freshman next year. So for the next 4 years, I will be attending many of the Highland events. We as a district are so very lucky to have such dedicated and supportive staff who truly care and invested to see our students be successful at our schools. A big part of this is a number of alumni who come back as administrators, teachers, coaches, support staff. As proud graduates of the Black Horse Pike Regional School District, they are vested to see that our students are given the best that they can give to help them become successful in their future. As graduates today, you were the class of 22 alumni and should be proud of this accomplishment. I'm looking forward to see how many of you are coming back to visit our schools and to be involved to help our schools become better and more involved for our students. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to bring up one of our salutatorians, Austin Taylor Pugliese.
Good evening, graduates, families, Highland staff, administration, and board members. My name is Austin Pugliese, and I'm proud to be one of your salutatorians. I would like to start by congratulating every student in the Highland class of 2022 who is graduating tonight, and by thanking everyone who has supported me on my journey to get to where I am. Starting today, we are officially adults, and we all get to choose our path for the future. Whether it's going to college or trade school, going into the military, or joining the workforce. We will all go in different directions with our lives, but no matter what we choose to do, we will all leave a legacy behind us and begin to form a new one as we move forward. A legacy is more than just what we have accomplished. It is about the hard work, determination, and passion that we put into everything that we do, but it is also the lives of others that we impact. An important part of our legacy is how others remember us. What we did, what we were zealous about, our personality, our achievements, and how we treated others. We each will have our own personal footprints based on who we are that will remain behind us here today, and we will create new ones in our futures based upon the people that we will become. However, our legacies up to this point will always remain a part of us. My own personal legacy includes making first team all conference for cross country and helping my team move on states after tearing my Achilles tendon, making second team all conference for spring track my first year as a distance runner, being the lead alto saxophone in the jazz band and winning the Woody Herman Jazz Award, and achieving my 2 lifelong goals of being accepted into a prestigious university with a substantial scholarship and becoming salutatorian. These will all still be an important part of me in the future when I run varsity cross country and track in college, participate in music ensembles, and focus on my academics to prepare for law school. Whatever your high school legacy may be, whether it's a memorable volunteering experience, your own athletic, musical, or academic achievements, developing practical career skills, or just being a good friend to someone, it will shape who you are. We all may have our own unique legacies, but together, as the Highland class of 2022, we will leave behind an impact that connects us all together. Our classes had a very different high school experience than many past graduating classes. Halfway through our sophomore year of high school, we were sent home due to COVID, and we had to adapt to learning remotely. Many activities, spring sports, band, the musical production, and numerous other things that were important to us were postponed or inevitably canceled. This was difficult for us all, but we were resilient, and COVID didn't stop many of us from being involved when we were able to return to school. A majority of our high school experience was during COVID, so we faced many unexpected obstacles, but we still made it here today. Our class legacy is that of perseverance. We never gave up, even through difficult circumstances, and continued to be ourselves and excel in our own ways throughout our time at Highland. I hope that we can all look back on our high school experience and use it as a source of motivation in the future to remind us of what we can achieve despite the setbacks that we may face. Next, please welcome my fellow salutatorian, Isabella Auletto.
Thank you, Austin, for the introduction, and congratulations on earning your spot as a fellow salutatorian. You deserve it. Hello, everyone. My name is Isabella Auletto, and I am blessed to stand here today as one of our graduating class's salutatorians. I would first like to say that I could not be more proud to be a part of this group of amazing people. I would also like to thank each and every one of you for always inspiring me to be a better person, and for all the memories I will never forget. We finally made it, and let me tell you, it was not easy. High school is usually an incredibly challenging time for most students, let alone students living through the peak of the COVID outbreak. Even with laggy Zoom calls and hybrid schedules, we all managed to make it to this milestone, graduation. That is an accomplishment and one to be incredibly proud of. We persevered through every curveball thrown at us and stayed motivated in pursuing our education. This determination is our class's defining quality, or in other words, our legacy. You see, every person on this planet will leave behind an impact, no matter how small. These legacies we leave behind inspire future generations and in turn shape the world we live in. Our class's determination in the face of adversity is a lesson for everyone to learn from. Never give up, because one day you will cross that finish line, and you don't want to miss that. I had to remind myself of this every single day these past few months. I struggled with staying motivated in school after my pop-up passed away from leukemia at the beginning of this year. He was my biggest role model and my loudest fan, so without him in my corner, I felt lost in life. It wasn't until I had the strength to read the last text message he ever sent me that I knew I had to keep going for him. He was excited about my future and encouraged me to put all of my effort in these last few months because he believed in me. I know that he's smiling down on me today, watching me speak to all of you, and if I hadn't kept pushing myself, I would not be able to say that. I'm sure that each and every one of us had our own struggles this year, and yet we all kept pushing forward for a better tomorrow. Well, we have reached that better tomorrow, and we have crossed that finish line, because today, we graduate. But before we do, I have one request for my fellow classmates. I ask you all to continue our legacy of determination wherever your path takes you, just as I will. I wish you luck with whatever lies ahead, because I just know it will be great. Thank you. And now, Mr. Varga will introduce the valedictorians for the Highland class of 2022.
First up for our valedictorians, Miss Mariana Rose Phillips.
Thank you, Mr. Varga. I am Mariana Phillips, and I am honored to have the opportunity to address Highland's graduating class of 2022, as well as everyone who has come to support us on this momentous occasion. I would like to give a special thanks to my family for always believing in me, even when I didn't believe in myself. You all made me who I am today. Although the days may have felt long, 4 years certainly went by faster than any of us could imagine, and now we are graduating. I'm going to share with you the biggest lesson I've learned. Be determined, but never forget to live in the moment. My biggest flaw is that I focus too much on what's to come and never let myself take a breath and enjoy the life that I've created for myself. So starting right now, let's all take a moment to breathe together. Take in this major accomplishment so that one day, when you're old and gray, you won't regret it. Take a moment to breathe when you start your first day of college classes. Take a moment to breathe when you start your first day at a new job. Take a moment to breathe when you say goodbye to your family before leaving for the military. Never forget to take a moment to breathe it all in. Now, that being said, don't be afraid to continue to push towards your goals. Find a healthy balance between living your life while also moving it forward. Know that no matter how hard the journey may be, the end result will be worth it. Every single graduate here is strong enough to remain determined in your journeys towards your goals, and every single one of you will surely reach them. Your determination has gotten you here today, and it will take you even further. You can still take a moment to breathe when you are studying for a final. You can take a moment to breathe when you are writing an essay. You can even take a moment to breathe when you're opening a business. Remember to take those moments to breathe, to allow yourself to acknowledge how far you've come. So Highland, it has been an honor, and remember to always be determined, but never forget to live in the moment. Please welcome my fellow valedictorian, Nasmin Prima.
Thank you, Mariana. Good evening to the class of 2022, family and loved ones, faculty and staff, honored guests, and of course, my beloved parents in the crowd. My name is Nasmin Prima. I'd like to start by going back to the year 2017. It was my older sister's graduation, and as the valedictorian of her class finished their speech, my dad turned to me and told me that that would be me someday. And as I looked at him, I told him I'd make it to top 50, maybe even top 20, but he would have to wait for my younger sister to get a valedictorian in the family. But here I am today, standing in front of you all on the same stage that I gazed at from the audience as a 7th grader. Here I am, Abu. If you and Amu didn't risk everything coming here to America, not knowing where life would take you, I wouldn't have been able to do it. You left your own parents and siblings behind to make a life for your children, and here I am, making a life for myself. A life where I will be able to study what I am most passionate about, live comfortably, and one day be able to give back a slither of the sacrifices that you guys have made for me. There have been times where I have underestimated myself and lacked confidence when it came to my abilities, but you two have always believed in me and pushed me towards success. Fellow graduates, I'm sure you all have underestimated yourselves, just as I have all throughout high school. But here you are today, about to receive your diplomas and start the rest of your lives. Our time here, though it's been memorable, has not always been easy. We started as nervous wrecks freshman year, just as we are all nervous right now about what is to come. We began getting used to high school, started friendships, and got a hold of our schedules sophomore year just for it to be cut short. We then spent the hardest year of high school junior year in the midst of a pandemic. We worried about maintaining our grades, making sure we did everything right for the next step in our lives, and finding motivation where there didn't seem to be any around, while the world seemed to crumble around us. You have done so much, more than you give yourselves credit for, and should be proud of how far you have come. Your strength is admirable and will serve as a model for the generations of Tartans to come. As you make your way towards college, work, trade school, the military, or whatever path you so choose, please don't be too hard on yourselves. You have survived an entire pandemic. Before I end my speech, I'd like to thank all of the Highland teachers and staff for their overwhelming support and understanding throughout my 4 years here and their dedication to their students. I'd also like to thank everyone in the audience for being here today to celebrate this new chapter of our lives. And to the class of 2022, I know you guys have heard this all day and will continue to hear it, but congratulations and go Tartans! Next, please welcome my fellow valedictorian, Mary Ross.
I've spent a lot of my childhood thinking about the meaning of life and wondering what my purpose was. I was hoping I would discover the answers that would make me feel safe and confident in my path forward. But none of my classes, reading, or YouTubing ever revealed a clear answer. As I began to think about my future, I realized that I don't even know what I've been working toward. And thinking about the traditional path of obtaining a high-paying job, getting married, and buying a big house just left me feeling empty. But what I realized is that each of us has to discover our own meaning and purpose in life. There is not one answer. I found meaning in the connections I've formed. The greatest lesson I've learned in high school is that you can't be happy if you try to conform to other people's expectations. In fact, you'll be very unhappy. I'm lucky to have found a group of friends at Highland who are all very different and have shown me the beauty in being an individual. I found purpose in helping others and working with others to stand up for what we believe in. Through groups like World of Difference, GSA, and our cultural appreciation clubs, our Highland students have forged a powerful community, one that advocates for justice. I have found value in pursuing a passion. For me, it's art, and for others, it might be sports, music, theater, or community service. Find a passion and use it to amplify the voices of those who are silenced. The world still puts up barriers for some of us to achieve our happiness. Passion can be used as a tool to tear down prejudice, bigotry, and hate. I know that as we graduate, the pressure is on for each of us to achieve great success. But my wish tonight is for each of you to achieve happiness and find your own meaning in life. Next, please welcome our final valedictorian and class president, Armand Sangavi.
Thank you, Mary. You know, I never understood the advice of how imagining the audience in their underwear was supposed to make you less nervous. I'll be honest, I'm pretty uncomfortable right now, especially with Mr. Varga around. Hello, friends, parents, honored guests, normal guests, faculty, administration, board members, and of course, the class of 2022. If you didn't know me, my name is Armand Sangavi. We went to high school together, and I've kind of been your class president for the last 4 years. I would like to congratulate you all today as we honor our Highland hype and our legacy. We stepped through the doors of Highland as freshmen with no idea of what we were getting ourselves into. As a gullible 9th grader myself, I remember being scammed out of $5 by spiteful upperclassmen for a fake pool pass on the non-existent 3rd floor of the building. Trust me, not my best business decision. And while our embarrassing freshman experiences feel like they were yesterday, we now stand as graduating seniors ready to take on the new world. As a basketball player here at Highland, I've come to learn that sports are more than just games, and are in fact the teachers of life. As a rare Indian American athlete in a black and white dominated sport, basketball has taught me so much about life, including how to fail and how to deal with life's brick walls. We've all experienced these bricks, some possibly from Ben Simmons' free throw misses in last year's playoffs, but we'll save that for another story. In these 4 years at Highland, we have all encountered brick walls that try to block us from our goals. But through basketball, I have learned that hardships are necessary for your journey to success, as without them, there is no room for learning or growth. Nothing will be given to you in life. You will have to work for everything you want. How you respond to adversity would define your true character. The late Kobe Bryant once said, "Rest in the end, not in the middle." Those times when you get up early and you work hard, those times when you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, but you do it anyway. Those are the times that will separate you from greatness and mediocrity. Classmates, in the fourth quarter of life, where pressure and hardships will try their best to knock you down, will you shy away or will you take the life-changing shot? I'll leave the ball in your court. Now, there will be time for resting at the end, but for us, that time is not now. Congratulations, class of 2022. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, and trust the process.
Thank you, Ms. Colodi. The Renaissance Award is chosen by teachers and administrators for the student who epitomizes what it means to be a successful Highland student. This student excels academically, is involved in multiple activities, and is an exceptional school citizen. This year's recipient is Andrew Guy, who has Andrew Guy, who has been an extraordinary student at Highland Regional High School for the past 4 years and has been engaged with culture of the school community since entering high school. For instance, some of Andrew's accomplishments and accolades include acceptance into the National Honor Society, the Air Force JROTC Kitty Hawk National Honor Society in 2020. During the 2020 school year, Mr. Guy was selected as a New Jersey delegate for the United States Youth Senate program. At the beginning of 2021, Andrew was recognized for being a gifted writer when he won Highland High School's first Black History Month poetry contest with his original published piece, A New Dawn Rises. Mr. Guy was also inducted into the History and English National Honor Societies in 2021. Throughout his time at Highland, Andrew has performed academically at a high level, evident in his high GPA of a 3.92. Andrew is also a highly respected leader among his peers and the staff here at Highland. As the Vice President of the Student Council at Highland, Mr. Guy performed all of the duties of the President in their absence, including but not limited to overseeing the individual committees within the student organization and attending the monthly Black Horse Pike Regional Board of Ed meetings. Air Force ROTC program, Andrew has earned the rank of Senior Master Sergeant Flight Commander, and he has been in the leadership program since entering Highland. In addition to his leadership role in the Air Force ROTC program and Student Council, Andrew has assumed other leadership roles in the community. For instance, he is currently the second vice president of the NAACP Camden County East Youth Council, Youth Leadership Council contributor, treasurer of the Highland High School Chapter National Honor Society, co-chair of the Health Committee of the NAACP Camden County East Youth Council. I'm almost done. And he is one of the foundational members and president of the new African American Appreciation Club at Highland High School. And to wrap this all up with a nice little bow, Andrew Guy is moving on from Highland, attending Harvard University, and majoring in political science. Thank you. Perfect.
Okay, congratulations.
Slide over. I'm glad we were able to warm you up. Now it is time. I would like to introduce you to our next speaker, Dr. Brian Rapisi, our superintendent. Thank you.
Parents, guardians, family members, Board of Education members, members of the Highland faculty, honored guests, and the Highland graduating class of 2022. I am humbled to be speaking with you this evening as a school district superintendent. To be part of a child's education is truly a gift. So I thank you for allowing me to be part of that evolution and for speaking at commencement exercises this evening. It figures a good 60 minutes where you are not distracted by your cell phones where we get to look upon your smiling faces, not your hairlines, but now contend with the distractions caused by the high fashion of a graduation cap and its tassel in the wind. So as you shoo away this final high school annoyance, I am hopeful that you are soaking in these final moments of Highland joy and politely ask your attention for one more parent-like, brief facts of life speech. In between the texts and the tweets, find the time to look up and look around. Seek the beauty in this world. You may learn one day that the technology that seemingly connects us can never replace our human nature to build strong relationships with other humans, hand to hand or face to face. Even though the importance of the social connections through technology seem to carry great importance to your social standing now, you will one day understand that there are more pressing issues, more impactful professional or family decisions that require your focus, analysis, and innovation. My fear is that without looking up beyond that little rectangular screen we so often rely on, we allow the technology to define us, and we miss all of the wonders of this world. Be analytical and critical about the information you read on that screen. All too often, we read facts, but we miss the truth. On those phones is usually an indication of time, a digital clock, which tells us the time in an instant. And what I ask of you is to think about the past and the future. Look beyond what is happening in an instant. Broaden your view about the person you wish to become, about the people who have sacrificed for you and what you will do to repay that debt, about the lives you will enrich and the communities you will serve. Each of you has a story over that time, one that may be joyous or not so much, and yet with the receipt of the diploma, you all have the opportunity to write the next chapter. What you will do tomorrow, in a year, or over a lifetime. Be aware and be present in the lives of others and in your own life. For if you fail to do so, you may have squandered precious time. And so the time has come for all of you to do something meaningful, to do something exceptional. For there is no time limit on laudable pursuits. Your brains, talents, insights, and care could not be more needed. Besides, your loved ones don't want you living in their house and eating their food for too much longer. Among the students gathered here today are entrepreneurs and Ivy League University attendees, scholar athletes, scholar artists, those who are dedicating themselves to serving our country in the armed forces, talented trades apprentices, and those who are venturing forward with dreams and lots of plans, and some with big ideas, yet few plans. For whatever you do, and wherever you go, always remember the old adage, you are the company you keep. As you shed another cloak bridling your independence, please take great care of your reputation, of your character, because without those things material, it is all you have. Congratulations, class of 2022. May you be the recipients of good fortune and the deliverers of peace and understanding care unto this world. And with that, it is time to certify this class. Ready? I hereby, go ahead. Yeah. I hereby certify to the members of the Board of Education that each and every student here has successfully completed all the requirements for a diploma as stipulated by the Black Horse Pike Regional School District Board of Education and by the State Board of Education. It is with pride and pleasure that I present to you the Highland Regional High School class of 2022. Please allow me to begin by handing out the diplomas by calling to the podium your class valedictorians. Graduating with honors, valedictorian, Mariana Rose Phillips. Graduating with honors, valedictorian, Nazman Nahir Prima. Graduating with honors, valedictorian, Mary Lucia Rawls. Graduating with honors, valedictorian and class president, Armand Sangavi. Your class of 2022 salutatorians. Graduating with honors, salutatorian, Isabella Aledo. Graduating with honors, salutatorian, Austin Taylor Pugliese. Thank you.
Graduating with honors, Julia Alberto. Graduating with honors, Freddie James Alford Jr. Graduating with honors, Savon Allen. Graduating with honors, Emma Jean Anderson. Graduating with honors, Jessica Andercola. Graduating with honors, Alexa Aragale. Graduating with honors, Juliana P. Averona. Graduating with honors, Akosua Abrufi Badu. Graduating with honors, Ashley Baldwin. Graduating with honors, Dejan Bartley. Graduating with honors, Taylor K. Bryan. Graduating with honors, Isabella Cappy. Graduating with honors, Evan Carbone. Graduating with honors, Justin Michael Carter. Graduating with honors, Travis Andrew Cena. Graduating with honors, Michael Francis Connor. Graduating with honors, Selena Marie Ann Cowan. Graduating with honors, Thomas A. D'Alessio, Jr. Graduating with honors, Owen M. Davenport. Graduating with honors, Krishan J. Davis. Graduating with honors, Ashley Marie Dean. Graduating with honors, Chase M. Flynn. Graduating with honors, Adasia Franklin. Graduating with honors, Trinity Marie Franklin. Graduating with honors, Jacob Fritz. Graduating with honors, Jessica Q. Gallus. Graduating with honors, Nadia Alexandria Gibson. Graduating with honors, Andrew Philip Guy. Graduating with honors, Paige Hagan. Graduating with honors, Brenna Hamilton. Graduating with honors, Glenn E. Hedgepeth. Graduating with honors, Julia Rose Johnston. Graduating with honors, Kyle James Kennedy. Graduating with honors, Han Kim. Graduating with honors, Victoria Koba. Graduating with honors, Audie Laguerra. Graduating with honors, Torrance Micaiah Liddell. Graduating with honors, Jacob Mancini. Graduating with honors, Isabel D. Manders Lamken. Graduating with honors, Vanessa Pamela Marinero.
Graduating with honors, Diana Martin Ball. Graduating with honors, Heather Mattern. Graduating with honors, Tyler McDonald. Graduating with honors, Molly A. McLaughlin. Graduating with honors, Diana Mejia. Graduating with honors, Katrina M. Mills. Graduating with honors, Princess Ozioma Nawaga. Graduating with honors, Sophia Pham. Graduating with honors, Shannon Maeve Pinizzotto. Graduating with honors, Sierra A. Robinson. Graduating with honors, Gianna Russo. Graduating with honors, Jason Sushi Savage. Graduating with honors, Kaylee Schwartz. Graduating with honors, Tanzila Jahan Shamiha. Graduating with honors, Alyssa Lynn Shelton. Graduating with honors, Caitlin M. Tukarchik. Graduating with honors, Leela L. Togba. Graduating with honors, Salvatore Varallo Jr. Graduating with honors, Zane Watts. Graduating with honors, Amanda Page Weaver. Graduating with honors, Sydney Wright. Julia Zeitz.
Graduating with honors, Olivia Lynn Acevedo. Daniel Aguilar Lucero. Ryan Aitken. Nicholas Alessandro. Raven Anthony. Hunter Arline. Jason Armbruster. Isaiah Andre Ayala. She told me go fast. Salem J. Bagley. Graduating with honors, Chrissy Baines. Brendan Joseph Baker. Elijah Barfield. Brooklyn Bauer. Anira Danette Bayless. Graduating with honors, Ryan Cornelius Belmont. Juliana Beltran. Graduating with honors, Madison Bernhardt. Angel Boyani. Christopher Raymond Pasquale Bove. Destiny Boyce. Brielle Brandley. Ralph V. Brown.
Christopher Vincent Bonavolta. Bobby Cabell. Samad R. Calendar. Ryan Carpenter. Sean Chando. Cameron E. Childs, John William Sanusis, Ariana Victoria Cintron, Shannon Coles. Graduating with honors, Xander A. Crankshaw. Nicholas Cullinan. Aaron M. Curry. Colin Edward Davies. Madison Davis. Jalen Tahir Davis Bartley. Micah K. Dawson. Linda Chumwa Deborah. Ashanli De Jesus. Gabriela Delgado. Graduating with honors, Angelica Elena Dermawan. Serena Delgado. Gloria Danielle Dolores Divine. Luis M. Diaz. Michael D. Camillo. Graduating with honors, Hannah E. Dipple. Graduating with honors, Brielle Dollard. Graduating with honors, Zoe Dominic. Charles Doherty. Graduating with honors, Tamani Durham. Danya Ann Douglas. Zia Durham. Tyler Daniel Earhart. Tanasia Eason. Arsani Elamgad. Kelvin Faulkner. Alyssa Fenton. Simone Fields. Graduating with honors, Casey Elizabeth Fogelbach. Emilio Fortunato. Devin E. Frazier. William C. Fries. Cannon Jason Gale. Jensine Garcia Sonati. Marcus Gerhardt. Corinne Rose Gilkin. Noah Gorham.
Darian J. Green. Janaya Nicole Gross. Joshua Green. Calvin B. Guyton. Derek A. Hagan. Graduating with honors, Jessica Haley. Graduating with honors, Desiree Hampel. Aaron Hance. Nasir Harris. Kyle Harity. Christopher Hearn. Jeffrey Robert Heim. Taya T. Hendrickson. Graduating with honors, Jamie Hernandez. Kate Higman. Jayla Lysandra Holland. Graduating with honors, Jessica Hornick. Grace A. Huber. Graduating with honors, Divinity Jackson. Graduating with honors, Joshua Johnson. Graduating with honors, Vanita Kalir. Brendan Lee Keeler. Graduating with honors, John W. Kennedy. Carl N. Keppen, Jr. Carla Nicole Lantigua. Wesley Laster. Graduating with honors, William Lyles Jackson. Nick Lippy. Diamond Lipscomb. Audrey Lyons. Raquan Mahan. Joseph R. Mara. Graduating with honors, Mandy Messino. Ninja Mate Mason. Graduating with honors, Paige Mathis. Graduating with honors, Kara J. McAleer. Graduating with honors, Aiden McCarran. Taylor M. McDevitt. Marianne McDougall. Mary Eileen McEwen. Graduating with honors, Lara McLean. Graduating with honors, Ryan J. McVeigh. John Melnichuk. Angel Mignon. Jabari Miller Wyatt. Desiree Money. Alexander Morales. Rachel Morrow. Mark Joseph Musso Jr. Alaji Mohammed Mustafa Jr. Nico Nasola. Maxwell Elijah Nixon.
Kenneth New. Graduating with honors, Morgan Olson. Jaden O'Neill. Aziz Ashodi. Isaiah Roland Otero. Dion Parker. Janasia Capri Payne. Casey Painter. Raymond Charles Perez Jr. Graduating with honors, William J. Perna III. Nicholas Pederolf. Graduating with honors, Sophia Pilla. Kayla L. Price. Dylan Principe. Adu Banu Kwanzaa. Anaya S.N. Randall. Tala Raymond. Roman Alexander Rivers. Graduating with honors, Sarah Luana Lima Rodriguez de Silva. Graduating with honors, Bella Rodriguez. Samuel Miguel Rodriguez. Justin Ross. Jean Diana Sandoval. Isaiah A. Santiago. Isaac Sardar. Kayla Saxon. Colin Schmidt. Jacob Shore. Ethan Denzel Sr. Sophia Simonelli. Elizabeth J. Smith. Omar Smith. Adam Solomon. Graduating with honors, Nadia Khadija Spearman. Sukari Laney Taylor. Graduating with honors, Michael Terra. Angelina Tony Torelli. Keith Towns. Natalia Trankner. Raphael Trinidad. Graduating with honors, Katerine Valerio. Abigail Marie Vasquez. Darvan Alfonso Grasti Venny. Angelina Wong. Edward Ward IV. Tamia D. Warren. Damian Washington Jr. John Welch. Quadir Wells. Graduating with honors, Rashana Marie Woolard. Derek Martin Yates. Christian Alexander Zug.
Get these kids out of here.
At this point, we would like to congratulate the class of 2022.
Try to get the tape off of it. Okay, whoever's got the rolls of tape, just put them on the pianos.